I didn't realize it was video.
Now we are.
Oh.
Go ahead.
My name is Jason Samuel. I'm 34 years old, from Long Island, activist, musician, business owner.
So you're involved with the with what has turned into the media organization here.
Yeah.
And so I had a couple questions that were more specific about the social media and the way it's innovating today,
Okay.
and how Occupy Wall Street's kind of on the cutting edge of that. The first question was, what should be the next step to increasing communications between the different Occupy locations while maintaining their independence from each other?
2 words: social network. It's something that we're working very hard on. It's very difficult to work on it because there's so many people, so many groups that are independent, and in so many cities. So it takes time. It takes a lot of coordination. It takes a lot of patience. But I think that using the social media tool to connect everyone is really pertinent to developing clear messages throughout the different occupations, throughout the country, throughout the world, and so forth. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just a quick kind of explanation of what you think that new social media will look like. We've seen Twitter and Facebook have really taken off, but is there an alternative way that it could develop more specific to organizing and changing and affecting social change?
I think, I think on Mike's High School News, they have an awesome map that they made. And that map enables people to go online, create their own movement of sorts, their own project, and to be able to start from that point. I'm sorry, can you repeat your question?
It's okay, because obviously Facebook is comparably a little bit frivolous for what we're trying to do here.
Yeah.
Is there a kind of unique direction that we could go that could maybe separate us from kind of...
Well, on Facebook, if I have a page, it doesn't tell my Twitter. It doesn't necessarily say my Twitter hashtag. My website that I have, my website that I have, emails to get multiple emails to get in contact with different groups within an organization. It doesn't have those things, and to develop a map that's going to say each one of those things, you just scroll over it and say, okay, this is how I get in contact with this person there. This is how I get in contact with that person there. This is where they're going to be tomorrow. This is where they're going to be the next day. This is what time these meetings are going to be at. And then to be able to create your own meeting is, I think, a necessity to the organization of it.
So it sounds to me like there's not enough communication between social media as it is, and we should have more communication between the different mediums that exist now, and now that's what that would look like.
Absolutely, that's what it's going to bring everything together.
So that kind of segues into my next question.
Sure.
What is the best way to make these kinds of new breakthroughs available to people? Obviously, Facebook and Twitter are competing kind of companies for the same kind of market of social media. Do you think like the best way to do that is to kind of establish a more open kind of method of distributing these kinds of new programs to help innovation itself, or do you think that we could still work within a model where different ideas communicate with each other while trying to maintain some kind of independence from each other?
Everything has to be independent. There's so many amazing ideas that people come up with, and to go for just one of them is kind of a waste of people's energy, people's amazing thoughts that I've discovered here. I've been working with so many different people from all over the country, and everybody's got a different idea of what should be done. And you can bring up to any of these working groups any one idea, and nobody will shoot it down, but they'll find a way to make that actually happen.
So, what do you see Occupy Wall Street being involved in how we're going to disseminate these new methods of social media?
We're building a social network.
Okay. So that's also a way in which we could maintain some independence for individual movements so that they don't get coalesced into one kind of quote-unquote occupy.
Right, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's going to keep... Listen, everybody you're going to have a map, and you're going to have a map, and you're going to be able to click onto the map, and you're going to know what their websites are. Not what our website is, but what their website is. And people can go directly to their website, because in a lot of the different occupations, I know one occupation that I spoke to that they don't have a web developer. They don't know how to do that. So we're going to give them the tools to actually go and be able to make their own site, very, very simply. Yeah.
So it should be a mix between kids getting more involved with the social media and trying to develop tools that are more open to the public.
Absolutely,
okay.
yeah.
So,
yeah.
all right.
And everybody has to have their own ideas, and everybody has to run with their own ideas and try to work together. It takes time. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time, and like I said before, it takes a lot of patience. But it's how, lack of a better word, it's how the revolution is happening.
All right. So, just on a more personal level, where do you think the next step for this movement, Occupy Wall Street in New York, to go to disseminate its unique message? Because obviously, we're at a kind of a point where the main media is trying to trying to pinpoint where this started, what this all is, and how these two things, how these all communicate. What is the best way for Occupy Wall Street to establish its independence for its specific problems?
I think they have. They have.
Okay.
Without a doubt, they have.
Okay.
They're against corporate greed. They're against corporate involvement in government. They're against the bailouts. They're against money not being given to 99% of this country. And the one common theme in every single occupation is the 99%. That's extremely clear. People don't focus on that, but it's extremely clear that that's the message. New York, we have Wall Street here, and that's our message. That's not everybody's message, but our message is, hey, Wall Street bankers, come out here, and come out here. One of the CEO of a huge company did come out here today and talk to everybody and had an open conversation, and that's what we've been asking to happen, for bankers to come out here and talk to us. So I think one of our major messages is corporate, get out of our pockets, corporate, get out of our government, and let's make the country a better place. I mean, that's, yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.